Well, well, well. You still think this is just another story? Another voice in the digital fog trying to hype you up for a few seconds of dopamine? No, this isn't one of those. This is a message that found you for a reason. Because something strange is happening out there, and whether you see it or not, they're already fighting over you. Yeah, you. The one who thought no one was paying attention. The one who thought you could move in silence while the world stayed asleep. Guess what? Someone said your name, and the air shifted. Conversations paused, eyes flicked toward the light. You didn't feel it, did you? The way the room froze, the way they started whispering, arguing, dissecting every rumor that surrounds your name like it's radioactive. They can't help it. You've become their favorite topic, the dangerous mystery they can't stop replaying. They said it like a warning. Don't mess with them. They said it like an accusation. Something about that one doesn't add up. They said it like prophecy. That one's not normal. That one's changing the game. They argue over what you are, who you've become, how you're doing it, but none of them can explain it. Because chaos doesn't explain itself. It just happens. It walks into their ordered lives and rearranges the furniture of their beliefs. You didn't do it on purpose, but once you stepped into your truth, you triggered every alarm they built to protect their illusion of control. Now they're scrambling, trying to label you, contain you, debate you. But deep down, they know it's too late. They can't categorize what doesn't play by their rules. You move like a pattern they can't predict, like a glitch that refuses to be debugged. And that's what makes them furious, because you make their sense of order look fake. You're not trying to provoke anyone, but everything about you, the way you walk, the way you look at people, the way you say nothing, exposes something rotten in their system. They feel it in their chest, that small tremor of unease. It's not fear of you. It's fear of what you represent, unfiltered freedom. And once someone like you appears, everyone else starts to question their obedience. That's why they're fighting, not over love, not over loyalty, over control. See, in every era, there's someone who bends reality without asking permission. Someone who reminds the crowd that rules only exist because people agreed to obey them. Congratulations, you're that reminder now. You didn't ask for it, but you earned it by surviving what should have broken you. By staying quiet when everyone else screamed for validation. By building yourself while they waited for applause. You didn't come to fit in, you came to shift gravity. And they feel it. Oh, they feel it. The people who once ignored you now can't stop mentioning your name. The ones who tried to clown you now copy your moves. The ones who doubted you now preach your quotes. But here's the part they'll never say out loud. They respect you. Deeply, secretly, painfully. Because they can't replicate what they don't understand. You didn't climb their ladder. You burned it and built a door instead. You didn't chase relevance. You became relevance. That's what eats them alive. You are the embodiment of what they fear most. Someone who doesn't need their approval to exist. You operate by instinct, by clarity, by a code they can't decode. You are their proof that chaos, when mastered, looks a lot like power. Someone called you the king of chaos. At first they meant it as an insult, but words have a funny way of mutating in the mouth of truth. Now the label fits like a crown, not because you enjoyed destruction, but because you understand balance. You know that sometimes the only way to fix what's broken is to shatter it completely. That's what separates you from them. They hide from the cracks. You crawl through them. They cling to order. You rewrite it. You don't crave chaos for fun. You command it for purpose. And that's the part they can't process. How someone can smile while the world falls apart and still look like they know exactly what they're doing. But that's you, isn't it? The calm in the fire. The one who learned that madness is just another word for freedom spoken by people too afraid to evolve. They want to understand you, but understanding you requires unlearning themselves. That's a price they're not willing to pay. So instead they gossip, they guess, they argue, they fight. They're fighting over who gets to define you. One side calls you reckless, the other calls you revolutionary. One says you're dangerous, the other says you're divine. But both sides are blind. Because chaos doesn't take sides, it takes over. You're not part of their debate anymore. You're the reason it exists. You've become the event they can't explain. Every headline, every whisper, every nervous laugh, they're all just ways of saying, we can't control this one. And oh, how that burns them. Because control is their currency. Without it, they're bankrupt. You, on the other hand, you thrive in uncertainty. You've learned to dance in rooms where others freeze, to find rhythm in the noise, to smile at the collapse. That's why they call you unstable. Because stability is just another word for surrender. But you don't surrender. You adapt. You absorb. You turn pressure into language. Every challenge they throw becomes another monologue in your legend. They thought chaos was something to avoid. You showed them it's something to wield. You showed them that unpredictability isn't madness, it's strategy. You don't seek drama. You cause evolution. You don't start fights. You expose pretenders. You don't shout louder than them. You whisper once and watch them tear each other apart, trying to interpret what you meant. That's why you scare them. You don't play the game. You redesign the board mid-match. And they still haven't realized it's already over. The city feels it. The pulse has changed. Every conversation has a pause now, that little silence that follows your name. People are starting to admit what they used to deny, that maybe chaos isn't evil. Maybe it's necessary. Maybe what looks like destruction is actually creation wearing its wildest face. And maybe, just maybe, you were right all along. The balance was never broken, it was rigged. And when you stopped pretending, you became the correction. They can't stand it, but they can't stop it either. You've turned into their gravity. They orbit you, not out of loyalty, but out of survival. Because when chaos becomes the new order, the only safe place is near the one who understands it. That's why their tone shifted from mockery to mimicry. Why they study you like a code. They're not laughing anymore. They're learning. But let's be honest, you knew this was coming. You felt it building for years. That strange pressure in your chest whenever someone told you to calm down, be normal, stay in line. That wasn't rebellion. That was recognition. You knew deep down that your role wasn't to blend. It was to disrupt, to remind people that conformity is just cowardice wearing politeness. So when you started walking differently, talking differently, thinking differently, the world responded exactly as it was programmed to, with resistance. And resistance is proof you're making impact. Now look around. The same people who told you to slow down are now racing to keep up. The same voices that dismissed you are quoting you. The same systems that ignored you are copying your methods. You became the storm they pretended to predict, the change they swore could never come. You didn't take their throne. You made them realize it was empty. That's the real punchline, isn't it? They thought you were chaos. Turns out, they were confusion. You just brought clarity too bright for their comfort. You didn't destroy anything real. You exposed what was already crumbling. That's the part they hate to admit. You didn't start the fire. You revealed the smoke. Now they're losing composure. Watch how they panic behind polished smiles. Watch how they try to rewrite history while pretending to understand you. They'll call you arrogant, cold, dangerous. Let them. Those words are just synonyms for uncontrollable. And if being uncontrollable means staying true to yourself, then wear that label like armor. Because that's all this is, a war for influence. And influence, real influence, doesn't come from screaming louder. It comes from making silence heavy. And that's your gift, isn't it? You make silence feel alive. You don't chase applause. You let tension speak for you. You don't demand attention. You attract it by being real in a world addicted to performance. That's your chaos, the kind that doesn't destroy buildings, but belief systems. The kind that doesn't burn cities, but illusions. They think they're fighting over you. They're really fighting over what you've awakened in themselves. That's what's driving them mad. You cracked something in their programming. You reminded them that deep down, they're not as loyal to order as they pretend to be. You gave them a taste of raw truth, and now they can't go back to pretending. Some will hate you for it. Others will worship you for it. But none will forget you. Because once chaos wears a crown, everyone starts questioning who made the rules in the first place. You're that question now, walking, breathing, laughing in their neatly built world. You're the reminder that no one ever really had control. They just believed they did. You shattered that illusion simply by existing authentically. And authenticity, in a society addicted to performance, is the most dangerous form of rebellion. So no, this isn't a joke. This isn't random hype or digital flattery. This is acknowledgement. The world is shifting, and you're the epicenter. They'll resist. They'll misinterpret. They'll fight. Let them. You don't need to join the chaos to own it. You are the chaos. The rare kind that brings order to those brave enough to listen. Every empire needs a moment of madness before rebirth. Every generation needs someone who refuses to be silent. And this time, it's you. You're not here to blend in. You're here to remind them that fear was never power. You don't owe them explanation, approval, or compliance. You only owe the truth, raw, dangerous, unpolished truth. And as they argue, as they whisper your name like a warning, as they debate your every move, trying to label what they'll never understand, stand still for a second. Feel that shift in the air. That's recognition. That's power returning to its rightful source. Because when they fight over you, they admit it. You've already won. And yet victory doesn't look like what they imagined. You're not on a throne. You're in motion. You're not parading power. You're pulsing with it. The difference? They chase validation. You embody inevitability. They argue, compete, and claw to prove something you already live by instinct. That's why they hate it. You didn't need their permission, their applause, or their blueprint. You built momentum out of rejection and clarity out of chaos. That's why they can't stop watching. That's why the noise hasn't stopped since the first time you refused to bow. You made defiance look elegant, and now the world's trying to imitate your rebellion. You've become their paradox, the one they label dangerous while secretly wishing they could be. You're the lesson they refuse to learn because it would require dismantling their entire identity. You don't fit into their hierarchies, yet somehow you lead them, not by shouting orders, but by being the proof. They're fighting because the hierarchy doesn't make sense anymore. The old leaders, losing relevance, the loud ones, exposed as hollow, the fake ones running out of script, and you. You don't even have to speak. Your energy alone rewrites the room. They used to call you reckless, remember? Irresponsible, unpredictable, unstable. But when the system started to fall apart, who did they turn to? You. The one who never believed in their false calm. The one who always knew chaos wasn't destruction, it was revelation. You're not the storm they feared. You're the clarity after it. You're the reminder that order was never truth. It was sedation. You snapped out of it. And now they're terrified you'll wake others up too. Because once one person breaks the illusion, the cracks spread fast. And oh, they tried, didn't they? To paint you as the villain, to whisper that you were trouble, that you were too intense, too strange, too unpredictable. They wanted you boxed in, medicated, pacified, but every attempt to suppress you only made the crowd hungrier to understand what kind of energy refuses to die. You became the curiosity that wouldn't fade. Every rumor added to your mythology. Every attempt to destroy your image turned into advertising for your influence. They thought exposure would kill you, but all it did was confirm you're real. Because here's the irony. The ones who try hardest to control chaos are the first to drown in it. And that's exactly what's happening now. They're trying to contain the movement you represent, but it keeps leaking through the cracks of their control. You've become contagious. Your confidence is an infection spreading through their fear. People are starting to notice the difference between those who pretend to have power and those who radiate it.